Hi friends, happy Wednesday. I hope you're having a great day. My name is Michelle and I am the Director of Children's Ministries at Los Altos United Methodist Church. Today for our Wise Words Wednesday story, we're going to hear about some changemakers in the Bible. At LAUMC, we believe that everyone can be a changemaker. Everyone can make the world a better place by being themselves, the best version of themselves. And right now we're focusing on the characteristic of empathy. Empathy will help us be change makers. So empathy means feeling and understanding the emotions of others. And one of our benchmarks to know if we're doing this is, I'm going to look at my notes, I can listen and understand how someone else is feeling. So if I can see another person, maybe they're having a really good day or maybe they're having a really bad day, look at how they're talking, what their face looks like, and know a little bit about what they're feeling. That's empathy. And once we know that, we can do a lot. So we're going to hear a story from the Bible that's often called the prodigal son. And I think we'll see one character especially doing a really good job of understanding the feelings and emotions of other people. As you listen to this, think about, who do you think I'm talking about? Alright, so this is called the big spender. We've got a father and he has two sons. This is one of the sons and this guy in green is the other son. So here we go. The people who thought they were good were still not happy with Jesus. They moaned, they grumbled, they frowned. It's not fair, they complained. Jesus spends all his time with the bad people. Jesus heard this and told them one more story. Once upon a time, there was a man who had two sons. He loved them both very, very much. But one day, the younger son came to him with a sad request. "Father," the younger son said, "when you die, I will get part of your money and part of your land. The problem is, I don't want to wait. I want my money now." It was all the father could do to hold back his tears. But because he loved his son, he agreed and gave him his share of the money. That very day, the son left home, money in his pocket and a big smile on his face. He didn't even say goodbye. The father just watched, wiped away a tear, and hoped that one day he would see his son again. The son traveled to a country far, far away and spent his money just as fast as he could. He drank, he gambled, he used his money to do many bad things until finally the money was gone. The son looked for a job, but the only work he could find was taking care of pigs. It was hard, dirty work, and he was so hungry sometimes that he thought about taking the pigs' food for himself. Ugh. He was miserable, lonely, and sad. And then one day, he had an idea. "The servants who take care of my father's animals are much happier than me. I'll go home. That's what I'll do. I'll tell my father how sorry I am for wasting his money. And maybe, just maybe, he'll let me become a servant and work for him." Now, what do you think the father had been doing all this time? Do you think he said to himself, "I have my eldest son at home with me. Who cares if my younger son is gone? Ugh." Of course not. He loved his son, even though he had gone far away. And every day, he would go outside to the roadside and watch, hoping his son would return. That's exactly where he was when the younger son hobbled home, poor and hungry. The father ran to his son and hugged him tight. And the son dropped to his knees. "Oh, Father," he cried, "I'm so sorry. I have wasted all your money and am no longer good enough to be your son." "Don't be silly," said his father. "You are my son. You will always be my son, and I am so glad to have you back." Then the father lifted his son to his feet and walked him home. He dressed him in beautiful clothes. He put gold rings on his fingers, and he threw him a big welcome home party. When the elder son came home from work that night, he heard the party noise. "What's happening?" he asked. And when a servant told him, he was filled with anger and ran to his father. "It's not fair," he shouted. "I've been a good son. I've worked hard for you all these years. But he was bad. He wasted your money, and now you're throwing him a party?" "I love you, my son," said the father, "and you have enjoyed all the good things I have. But your brother was gone, and now he's back. He was lost, and now he's found. That's why I'm having this party, because we're all back together again." And that's where Jesus ended that story. Now, I don't know who you were thinking of being a change maker in that story. We've got the father, and we've got the younger son, and we've got the older son. I think the father shows a lot of empathy in this story, because even though he was sad, he understood his younger son wanted to go, and so he let him go. And even though the younger son didn't think he deserved to be part of the family anymore, the father forgave. He showed empathy by understanding both of the son's feelings. The son who was so sorry, and the son who was angry, so angry. The father loved both of them for exactly who they are, and exactly how they were feeling. That's a change maker. I think everyone's lives changed that day the son came home. So, we'll talk about this more on Sunday during Sunday school. We would love to have you join us. It's 9:30 a.m. over Zoom, and you can always email me, Michelle Caudle, at LAUMC.org for the login info. Have a great rest of your week, and I'll see you soon. Bye.